Hello and welcome to your tarot reading for Wednesday the 10th of January 2024, and welcome to my channel. My name's Dee and I'm very happy to have you join me for this reading. We have a 3-card spread in front of us. Again, this spread is using cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck, which I'm particularly enjoying right now. So the first thing that jumps out about these 3 cards today is that they are all from the suit of presents. And the suit of presents in the Nightmare Before Christmas deck corresponds to the suit of pentacles in many other tarot decks and the most traditional of tarot decks. So just to kind of give you a bit of context on that underlying theme of today's reading, if you're not familiar with the pentacles, it means that we're looking at a spread which talks about material or worldly things. So pentacles speaks to finance, career, money. It can talk about worldly possessions, things we own, our home. It can talk about bodily things, so tangible bodily things it can talk about. So in that respect, it could be referring to health and fitness. Anything that exists very tangibly in the real world, specifically, especially if it's connected to material wealth or bodily things. So that's what we're looking at today. Now, to jump into the meaning of the card, so the first card that we've drawn is the Page of Presents or Pentacles, Page of Presents here. And the Page of all of the court cards in the tarot deck is the most inexperienced energy of all the court cards. It's a lovely, fresh-faced, enthusiastic, eager energy. And in regard to pentacles or presence, it's speaking about an energy like that is connected to material things. So the manifestation of worldly things. Now, what I think that this card is speaking about today, the message that I'm getting is that you've had some kind of idea or a bit of a bolt from the blue kind of idea rather than a slow burn of idea. It's something that essentially it feels like you've woken up with this idea around something that you want to manifest in the world. So as you can see, I just love this image on this card. The page represented here, sat up in bed. It is like they've woken up with this enthusiastic, almost childlike enthusiasm for something. It's like a dawning of a notion or an idea or a desire. Excuse me, I'm a bit croaky today, as you can hear, so please bear with me. So yes, we've got this page energy here. So that idea in relation to pentacles could be something around you've had a sudden idea around a field of work that you'd like to enter that you haven't worked in before. So is that inexperience factor coming in? So you've suddenly decided that that you'd love to pursue a line of work, or you've seen a job ad or heard of a job opportunity, and it's not something that is strong in your resume or your CV, but you want to go for it anyway. You feel keen and eager to pursue something. It's new and exciting, but not something that you've really done before. Or it could be, you've woken up with a sudden enthusiasm for renovating part of your home or redecorating a room, and you want to do it yourself, but you're inexperienced with DIY. Or you have a sudden bolt of inspiration around a fitness regime that you want to follow, or a way that you want to condition your body, but it's something that you have no experience of. Maybe you suddenly decide that you want to try reformer Pilates or aerial hoop, or a new way of getting fit in 2024. You want to look after your body in a certain way, but it's a whole new world to you. So it's that kind of energy. And what's really lovely about whatever it is that you've kind of, this sudden urge that you've woken up with, what's really lovely here is that this card is paired with the Ace of Presents. And so if you look at the image on the Ace of Presents, it's kind of speaking to that ace energy around, you can see the hands grasping the character here, reaching out and grasping it. And the message with the ace is that opportunity, that it is there for the grasping. It is available for the grasping. It's accessible to you, but it's pure potential. It's pure opportunity. And it's such a gorgeous card. It's like a gift from the universe, but it's not a given. It's not a given. When we draw the aces, it does speak about that, like that pure energy of opportunity and potential. But there's a factor at play, one or more factors at play, which will determine whether you can successfully seize that opportunity in regard to whatever it is that you've woken up with a desire for here. Now, the key to what determines whether or not you can grasp that energy is contained within the message of this card here. So this card is the Knight of Presents. If you turn it up this way, you can see that it's the Knight of Presents, or the Knight of Pentacles in other decks. Now, we've drawn it in reverse, and so I'm getting the sense that there's a message here. It's kind of a cautionary message, but really it's giving us what we need to understand how we can seize this opportunity. So it's really a gift in terms of giving us that information. So the Knight as a court card is a graduation from the page. The page, it has this inexperience, but it has the willing. Whereas the Knight, it is that go-getter, can-do energy. And the fact that it's drawn in reverse, if I just spin this again so that you can see, the image on this card shows the page of, the Knight of Presents, sat here, and they've got this satisfied, very confident smile that they're wearing right now as they tick off something on this clipboard. It's like an organizational message here. And I would say if this was this way up, I would say that it would be around, this is you are in the process of graduating to the Knight of Pentacles here. But I think that there's like a caution. I think that there's a caution that's saying, okay, this is very much available to you. But the key to this is you need to approach it in a methodical way. There needs to be this ticking off, process-driven, step-by-step approach that perhaps you are feeling you're driven to not use currently. And I think that there's like a bit of a cautionary message around, have you woken up with this urge to do something and you're so excited by it, you're so enthused by it, that you don't feel compelled to look at the detail before beginning, or you don't feel compelled to pay full attention to instruction or to the process required to make a success of this. Certainly I am very susceptible myself to feeling the urge to begin new projects. I'm always, always starting something new, and there are definitely times when, you know, I really don't feel as enthusiastic about making sure that I have all the process in place and all the information in place before I get stuck in. You know, I want to immediately go out and buy the tools, buy the supplies, begin the project. I don't want to sit down and, you know, review everything and carefully plan everything. Not always. So, you know, in this respect, in this is the context of this spread, I think that there is a message here around just, it would be a good idea in this case to give a little consideration to that process, you know, in terms of, for example, if you had woken up with a desire to renovate a part of your home, but you weren't experienced in DIY, it is just that kind of caution around, okay, it would serve you to just do a little bit of research, look into what's required, make sure you have the right tools, make sure you've, you know, laid out and counted how many screws you have in your IKEA furniture, you know, put together pack, read the instruction before you get started. I can remember once putting together an IKEA Billy bookcase and thinking that I had it all perfectly done, and then finally turning it up on its end, expecting it to be perfect, and somehow, God knows how, managed to put the backboard on backwards so that the brown was showing of the back of it rather than the colour of the actual bookcase in the backing, which yeah, so it's one of those, it's that kind of that kind of warning, that kind of energy. It's like, yes, you want it done right now, yes, you can't wait to get started, you're all fired up, you have the desire, but just listen to the instructions, follow the recipe, make the list, tick it off step by step, you know, do a little bit of project management on this for yourself, for your own benefit, and that is going to be the key to reaching out and grasping the opportunity, the success that you're looking for with whatever this exciting new inspirational idea is that you want to manifest. Yeah, I think, you know, again, you know, if it's a bodily thing, if it's a fitness regime, if it's something to do with health, pay attention to the instruction, especially if it's a complex fitness thing, you know, involving equipment or something. Make sure that, you know, you're paying attention to the instructor, your trainer, you know, just to avoid injury, anything like that. Yeah, if it's something to do around a job opportunity or a work project, just, yeah, plan it out, make sure that you've read the description, you've listened to the detail, you know what's involved. It's that whole process driven recommendation, little bit of a warning, little bit of a caution, but it, you know, essentially it's very positive because it's saying that's really all you need. That kind of attention, a little bit of attention to detail is the key to the success with whatever this fabulous, exciting new notion is that has really kind of taken hold of you. But a bit of a bolt from the blue, but and a really kind of something that's really lit a fire within you, which is lovely. So good luck with whatever that is. I really hope that whatever it is feels great to pursue and that it goes the way that you want it to go. Thank you for joining me here today, and I hope to be with you again soon. Thank you.